It's always nice when you find a tool that has multiple uses that takes the place of several different ones. What I'm going to talk about is the Saker multifunction scribing tool, and it has all kinds of functions and it's easy to carry in your pocket. We'll talk about it coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the shop. What I'm going to talk about here is this little multi-function tool that is made by Saker, I found. And it does a lot of things, and it takes the place of a lot of little tools that you would carry around in your toolbox. And this is compact enough, I've got to take it apart in two pieces right now, but this actually just fits in your pocket. So what all can it do? Well, you got the long reach pencil, so that would take the place of this here that I carry around. And if you don't know what a long reach pencil is, if you ever tried to take a regular pencil and mark a hole, but the pencil's too big for the hole, that's what these are for. And you can extend the lead way out in this to reach way down into little deep holes to make marks. So that's why I have this. It's very handy. So that's one tool I carried. This will take the place of it because it goes right along with drawing contours and radiuses and circles, and we'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so speaking of circles, well, you need to draw a circle. You can trace around the lid off a coffee can. It depends what size circle you need. Otherwise, you use a compass, and I have a couple of these, but you're limited on how big it can go, of course. And let's say you need to go around a contour, and I'm going to grab this push block here just for an example. So let's say you're doing tile or wood floor or laminate, and you have to go around a shape like this. Well, they make these little contour pin gauges here that you just push around it, like so. There's your shape, and you can go trace this onto your work. So that's something else to carry around. One of the disadvantages of these pin things is if the pins fall out, you're going to have a mess, because then they all fall out. So while they do work okay, you got to really be careful with them and take care that you don't bend the pins and that type of thing. Saker also makes a plastic one that's a little bit longer than this, and I have one of those. It's up at the renovation house right now, and it works well too. But let's say you've got a long distance to go, or you need to scribe a countertop. This is also a scribing tool. So you've got a combination of the long reach pencil, a scribing tool, a compass, a Trammel, and I'll show you some of the different things you can do with it here. Okay, to set it up as a compass, just loosen the back here. Yes, I have a bum thumb. Got a paper cut on the end of my thumb, and there's nothing worse than a paper cut to start with, and then you have it someplace where you're constantly reaching. So you would set your pencil in the holder here. Loosen this little thumb screw back here to set your angle. Hard to do with a bum thumb. Of course, you'd want to measure your radius here for whatever you're doing. Tighten this little thumb screw up here. And I did not measure anything. I'm just kind of demonstrating on how this works. And you would hold that, and you could draw your radius or your circle just like that. So let's say you need to draw a big circle. Well, then you can use this as a Trammel. And to do that, loosen up this right here, change my angle here, take this out so I can flip it over. There's a little scribing point that lives right in the frame here you can unscrew. And this point goes down in this little recessed hole right here. That would be your center point. And it's just a matter of setting your pencil back in again. Tighten up your thumb screw, set your radius. I'm going to just do one at random here again. Tighten this other thumb screw down. You would just simply hold the scribe point down, and if you're drawing a radius or a circle, just like that. You can go all the way around, and my board isn't big enough to get the whole circle here. I'm going to run off the board, but you get the idea. So, you know, it's excellent for that. Okay, the next function I'm going to show here is to use it as a scribe, so you can follow a contour, an angle, or a shape. You just fold this up here like so that your pencil is down here by the point. Set your pencil in. Now you want to be able to trace around a shape, and I'm going to use my push block again here. So let's say you need to trace a shape, or you've got a long distance to do, or perhaps you're scribing a countertop to be able to mark it for where it needs to match an uneven wall. You would just follow your, of course you need to make sure your pencil head's extended. You just follow the contour of whatever shape you're doing. Just like so. Hopefully you can see that on there. That's dark enough to see under this light. So I didn't have my pencil extended quite as far as I should, but you get the idea there. You'd also go around a sharp corner. The pencil lead extended there. Go around this sharp corner by turning this, following this to the outside. You can come back around on the other side. And my marks are not real good because there's a recess in that. So you'll follow it just like so. You have to turn that a little bit, meet that corner. You can follow back on the other side. And that would be your pattern. That one's pretty sloppy because I didn't have the thumb screw as tight as I should have. I left that slip too much. And the other thing I had mentioned was use this as a D-pull pencil. As you can see here, the tip of that is pretty small. You can keep extending that lead out until you can get way back in your hole so you can mark your circle. And it's better to have a point on. I don't have a point in that right now because I was tracing flat on this MDF here, but you kind of get the idea. And it's got a nice little grip on it right here, even with a bum thumb. One of my favorite uses of this is for drawing radiuses. This is just absolutely ideal for that. And you can actually, you can make the whole circle if you wish. Just like so. And it all folds up. Loosen this thumb screw right here. And this folds up like this. It's that compact, you can stick it in your pocket. I like this little guy. It's even got a clip here, so it'll clip into your apron. Of course, you can't see up here, but I can clip this right into my apron here and have it handy. So as you can see here, it just clips away and stores right in my apron. It will also fit in a shirt pocket or in your other pocket. And it doesn't have a really sharp point like this compass here that it's going to poke you. Of course, you can't leave the scribing point in. If you're using it for a trammel and you're using the compass point, you'll have to hold that in. That isn't going to be someplace where it's going to be poking you because it's plenty sharp. So what do you get with this thing? Well, you get a little instruction manual that shows you the uses of it and how to adjust it. Then you get a pack of extra pencil leads, which is nice. I wasn't expecting that. So comes in a box like this. You get them on Amazon. Just a cool little tool I found. I thought I'd show and demonstrate a little bit of. I haven't completely perfected the scribing thing with this bum thumb here to be able to hold that correctly, but it does do a good job of it, and I'm going to primarily use it for drawing radiuses and circles. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Doesn't have to be a bum one. I'm Roger in the shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.